Hey everyone, Ross McCorkle here with another episode of the Depot 180. It's been well over a week now since the end of the season for the Steelers, and still no changes have been made. Mike Tomlin said there's always change associated with that type of disappointment, and he said he would imagine changes coming at all levels. They haven't announced any coaching changes, front office changes, or even scouting changes. There still remains a small chance that Arthur Smith gets hired by the New York Jets, although it seems like Aaron Glenn is their top candidate. If he leaves, then there will definitely be some pretty significant changes on the offensive coaching staff, I would assume. The first practices for the Shrine Bowl start in just a few days, with our team of contributors traveling down on Thursday. The first practices for the Senior Bowl start next Tuesday, with me and the rest of my team heading out next Monday. The Steelers always have a heavy presence of scouts and coaches at those events, so you would think changes would occur before then. There are no Steelers assistant coaches helping at the Shrine Bowl this year. They usually have one or two at the Senior Bowl, and those announcements should be coming the latter portion of this week. The last couple of drafts, who they ended up sending to the Senior Bowl, was indicative of which positions they were after. 2 years ago, Grady Brown went, and although Joey Porter Jr. wasn't at the event, they did end up drafting him in the second round. The following year, they sent assistant offensive line coach Isaac Williams, and they drafted 3 offensive linemen with their first 5 picks. Could Eddie Faulkner, Zach Azzanni, Tom Arthur, Carl Dunbar be making the trip this time around? That would make a lot of sense, as the Steelers should be heavily scouting running backs, wide receivers, quarterbacks, and defensive linemen. They could also send Grady Brown again because they do need corners, but he just got an interview for Atlanta's defensive coordinator opening. Speaking of quarterbacks, Jeremy Fowler from ESPN reported that a director of scouting somewhere in the league has an expectation that the Steelers will be taking a quarterback fairly high in the draft. Scouts talk to each other on the trail, have various connections with each other, and word does get around, but it could just as easily be a random shot in the dark based on team needs. In what is considered a weak quarterback class, could the Steelers become major players? It didn't work out so well last time with Kenny Pickett in 2022. Let me know how you enjoyed the video on Twitter at Ross_McCorkle, and as always, visit SteelersDepot.com for your latest and greatest Steelers breaking news and analysis.